Hey everyone, it's Adam Health and welcome to the podcast. Today we're going to talk about pickleball courts. Your crazy neighbor, do you want to get rid of him or do you want to put a privacy wall? Everything landscaping, we've got Ashley Thomas from Sherwood Forest Garden Center in studio next. Hey everyone, it's Adam Health and welcome to the podcast. We've got a great guest in studio, Ashley Thomas from Sherwood Forest Garden Center. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I love it.
Ashley, let me just ask really quick. Tell everyone, since this is your actually first foray into the podcast section of How It's Done, tell everyone a little bit about Sherwood Forest.
Well, we are family owned and operated for the past 50 years. My folks started in 74 and now my two older brothers and I own and operate the company. We have a garden center. We offer landscaping services, and obviously our biggest favorite thing is Christmas. We're also a Christmas store as well.
Yes, amazing Christmas stuff, by the way. But here we are, midsummer, right?
Yeah, July.
Tell everyone where you're located and what are like the hours and like what is hot right now.
So we are located on the corner of Adams and Silverbell in Rochester or Oakland County. We offer mulch services right now. We offer trees. There's a lot of different rolling dynamics at this time of year, with July being, it's kind of midway where people are still traveling or they're on getting home from vacation. So they don't really know what to do at this time of year. And a lot of people are skeptical about planting at this time of year because it's so hot. And there is some truth to that, but technically you can plant at any time. So there's more discounts going on now versus in May and June.
Well, let me ask.
Starting September, so planting season.
If someone says, you know what, I missed the opportunity to get landscapers scheduled. My lawn's in decent shape. I just want to plant some flowers. They can come by now. Yep. What would be your recommendation for homeowners who want to plant flowers today? Obviously, water the crap out of them. But what plants, flowers? What do you recommend now? Well,
trees. So all these big storms that have been coming in, there's a lot of trees that have been coming down. So this is the time to replant them, especially if most of them are on sale. Come September, everything goes back to full price, whether it's the same product or not. So, the only difference about planting this time of year versus any other time of the year is you just have to make sure, like you said, it's watered and maintained. On the contrary, you can plant at any time. If you're transplanting something that's already existing into the ground, you need to wait till spring or fall to do so. But everything that we offer on our properties, from perennials, bushes, trees, you can plant at any time. You just need to make sure that there's a water source to it.
What's the popular tree or plant right now that people are buying?
Maples. People want some shade by their house to protect their house, cool their house. And because of all these big storms, those big trees came down.
Right. I lost in my yard a big tree and a big branch, and it's, there's sunlight coming through on a lot of areas. But a maple, when you say a maple, I think of this 100-foot tree. What are we, 5, 6, 10, 7 feet? What are we talking?
Well, we carry them in all sizes, yes. Potted and balled and burlapped. I would say that they start around 10 feet up to 18 feet.
Oh, wow.
So you buy time. If it's a foot taller, you're going to be spending a little bit more money on the 10-footer versus the 8-footer.
Oh, but interesting.
There's several different types of maples, and what I recommend, we don't even sell those, a specific maple with the spindle, the wheels. Sure. We don't even sell those anymore. And cotton trees, those
Cottonwood.
Those are, you'd be lucky to find one. Nobody wants them anyway.
Right.
But we carry all different types: brandy and wine, sunset, autumn blaze. The biggest question is, what color do you want it to turn in the fall? Do you want it to go from orange to red? Do you want it to go
You
from
can choose that?
green to yellow? That depends on the particular type of maple that you would want.
So if someone says, I want to go orange to red for fall, and they come to your store, you'd be like, oh, this is the plant right here. You can do that?
Yes.
It's not
I highly suggest bringing us pictures at any point in time. We're open 7 days a week, 9 to 5, and you bring us in any kind of pictures you have, and we have landscapers and designers on site that can give you and which advice. And we do plant as well.
So if I buy a big tree that's balled up, 12 feet tall, red maple, you guys can schedule to install it at my house.
Absolutely. And we also,
That's great.
anything that we install, you get 100% 1-year warranty. So you get a little bit of insurance with it as well.
Water the shit out of it.
But the biggest things, when they bring me pictures, I want to know where they're putting it. A lot of times people have big aspirations of what they want, but it doesn't make sense for where they want to put it.
Sure.
So something like, we'll say a red sunset. It has a little bit more of a low root bearing system, and it goes from orange to red, and it's okay to put that closer to the house versus a brandy and wine one, which goes 30 by 40 feet within 25 years. You get about a foot per year. So starting off with like a red sunset would be best by a house, a walkway. It's not going to pull up your concrete.
Okay.
So knowing all these things of where they want to put it really helps me determine what kind of species they need.
Okay, so let's say they see this, they run out to Sherwood Forest, and they find some trees. But they say, look, I have some other trees, I have concrete, like you said. Is there a cost for you to come out and assess where because they're going to say, we also want you to install it or you to plant it. Do you guys come out first, or how does that work?
Well, we do offer free landscaping estimates. Again, bringing in your pictures, though, really gives me a good idea of what's going on.
So take a picture of your yard and say, I want to put it here.
Yes.
Oh, that's good advice.
But yes, absolutely, we can come out and take a look. Mistig is obviously one of the companies that we have to call before we start, pulling up things out of ground. So, and bushes, boxwoods, that's your number one bush now.
Yeah.
The deer has just been attacking every kind of arborvitae and yew, which is everybody's standard used to be.
What about hydrangeas? Do you guys, are those?
Tons of hydrangeas.
Do they make any other colors besides white?
They do. We have purple, we have blue, we have pink.
Are those, let me ask you, the purple ones are blue.
Mm-hmm.
Are those like GMO?
And no, well, everything always has kind of a
did they
helping
it's
hand.
Like seedless watermelon or GMO. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm just saying. I don't, 100% know.
So
just curious.
Hydrangeas are they like they're acid loving plants. So I always suggest putting in hollytone inside the soil. If you want to turn your hydrangeas more blue, you can add more of a soil acidifier that turns it bluer. And if you want them pinker, you can use less of that. But we sell hollytone, we sell soil acidifier, all of that kind of stuff. We have hydrangeas now that have a dark leaf with a purple flower. They're gorgeous. And all of our hydrangeas are on sale right now. And they start in 3 gallons, 5 gallons, 8 gallons to 10 gallons.
When do they bloom?
Now.
Oh, so they're blooming now.
They're
Okay, I've seen about
them. But there is endless summer where they continue to bloom throughout the summer. The white ones, which are your Annabelles that you're seeing all right now. I see a lot of them.
I have those in my house.
Limelights. Those are all blooming now.
I want colors.
I want colors too.
Okay, so what if somebody has older landscaping? Everyone for the last, let's just say 20 years in the metro Detroit area has been putting mulch, 2 to 3 inches of mulch every year, mulch. And now it's like I'm mulched out.
I'm mulched out. Right?
I want you to take a look at my front yard. What do? I want to have a fresh look. Can you do something for me?
Absolutely. We'll come in. We would remove the old. It depends if you're getting plants and stuff installed too.
Well, I don't know what I want. I want you to say, we need to do a makeover on the outside of this house.
Yeah, that's us.
Boom. You can do the whole thing.
And we'll do a drawing for you. We'll come out free of charge.
Okay, cool.
Do a drawing, have you meet for the second appointment back at Sherwood, and we'll go through what your options are.
Okay, that's important. So, again, we're in midsummer. The people who said, hey, I'll get to it, they basically missed out on getting any landscaping done this year. If I have brick pavers or I have stuff to get done and I come to you now,
let's do it.
Can you get there before the fall?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, you can. You still have time. Oh, yeah, you're quick.
We do brick pavers. We do waterfalls.
Oh, cool.
All types of landscaping needs, drains, to whatever your situation is. We want to make it better. We offer that 100% 1-year warranty for all nursery stock we plant for a reason. We don't want to be back out replacing anything either.
How often does that happen, replacing plants?
If I bring in any type of dead product, you will be seeing signs of dying
Yeah.
within a few weeks.
Oh, really? So, but it's so important to water.
So important to water.
Can you overwater?
Yes,
you
you definitely can. And that's what separates our landscaping services through versus others is we know what we're doing. A lot of companies dig holes too deep where you drowned it. And again, now here comes the mulch situation, but the mulch really isn't just for looks. It's meant to protect the ball of the plant and the roots because everything needs to be planted somewhat above ground. Most people think that you just dig a hole and you throw it in there, and it's not like that. They all have to be measured, equally planted, and above ground, and then the mulch protects the ball over it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, that's something I learned out new every time. Makes sense. So, like this time of year, is there any tips we can give homeowners who have their landscaping, they're all do-it-yourself, they're green thumbs, is there like, you've seen Miracle Grow, you've seen these spikes, there's all these little hacks and tricks and of the trade. What do you recommend, like, that someone does to keep their lawn lush, keep everything growing?
Feeding it. Hollytone and...
What's Hollytone?
So it's an organic... It's an organic soil acidifier.
Okay.
But it just pushes everything.
It's like a fertilizer type of thing?
Yeah, but no, it's organic. So it's good. It's safe for your pets. It's safe for your kids. It's safe for your groundwater because that's another thing. You don't want somebody that has a lot of weeds or a lot of cleanup. It's best just to let the professionals come in, rip it out and do it properly instead of spraying it with Roundup or anything like that. So I highly suggest looking into your options before you just throw fertilizer and chemicals all over the place. If you're getting a lot of grass growing in a specific bed, by spraying it this year, it's not going to go away next year. It needs to be dug out.
Okay.
So there's steps.
So you get weeds and dandelions coming out of everything. You can pick them. It
needs to be addressed by ripping.
You know that next year it's going to return if you don't do it properly.
Correct.
Is that like underneath the mulch they have that fabric sometimes?
You can put fabric down.
Does that work?
It does for about 2 or 3 years.
Okay, so at least it buys you time.
Keep up on the mulch on making sure that it's not too much, but that it's enough that
does the fabric decay at all?
It will eventually. Some people use plastic, and that throughout the winter when it gets super cold, it just disintegrates. So I highly suggest using the fabric over plastic for sure.
Okay, and that's the thing. Now, if somebody has, like, they start a project, and this happens on Hire It Done, we've seen that, where they start a project, they see it on YouTube or HGTV, and they're like, oh, I can do this. And they roll up their sleeves, they get all excited, and they're like a day and a half into it, and they're like, screw it.
We're done, yeah.
Do you get people calling up and say, listen, I started, and I'm just terrible? And
yeah.
It's easy, right?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of get excited because I already know that the hard part's done.
Right.
So once we get in there and we diagnose the soil, the conditions, the sunlight, all of these are factors in when planting new inventory and bringing new things into your home. So it's really best to have us assess the situation and you coming in telling me I have a lot of shade, I have a lot of water. I have a lot of bugs.
Sure.
All these things, you have to have a system. And once we get on the right system, the first 5 steps, and we're good to go.
So actually, let me ask you a question. If somebody wants to re-landscape their backyard, and the popularity of a staycation right now is people are taking time off of work or whatever, and they just want to stay in their backyard and relax. But instead of buying a fence, and by the way, fencing's super expensive. Natural fencing, like a wall of trees or something, can you do that? What would you recommend for listeners?
Yeah.
Let's go through that process.
You're right about the fencing. The fencing is
crazy expensive.
Whether it's plastic, metal, and it's always deteriorates or gets well water all over it. So what I recommend is for privacy screening, trees. We are one of the largest spruce distributors in the Midwest.
So when you say spruce, you can put spruce trees side by side. How close do they have to go?
Well, if we do spruce trees, we have all different types of those. But then you could do arborvitaes. And then if you have a deer problem, tall as you, 20 feet.
Oh, really?
Again, you're buying time. So we start at 6 feet and we have them up to 15 to 18 feet. And we have them in containers and we have balled and burlap. So depending upon how much your budget is and how quick you want privacy, you can buy that. maybe a little bit more expensive to immediately block out your neighbor, but I call it the I hate my neighbor bush.
And that's the arborvitae.
And that's the
So how much,
arborvitae.
what is there a range? Like what does a 10-foot one sell for?
Well, there's two types of different arborvitaes that we sell.
Okay.
Because deer are a really big nuisance in our area.
Can they eat it?
They eat arborvitaes. So then there's a different type of arborvitae where it's not as compact. It's a little bit looser, little bit more airy. You can see like holes in between, but once it gets growing, it starts to become more compact.
Okay.
But I highly recommend this other particular type that we have if you have a deer problem.
All right, let me ask you this. If, like, I looked into doing a wall of trees, and it was arborvitaes, and it was some people, and again, I do research like everyone else. I'm on YouTube and you know, things like that. And obviously, before I make any decisions, I literally just go to the expert, which is you, and say, this is what I want to do. And I follow your prescription, but I want to learn a little bit. And one of the people that I liked, and it was conflicting information because you get a lot of that. Someone says do it this way, someone says do it that way.
Playing Dr. Google, you can't.
Yeah, right. I'm WebMD's, by the way, best customer.
Yes.
I self-diagnose everything. But my point is, staggering the arborvitaes as opposed to tightly stacking them side by side. Is there a way to do this? Because I also want a little bit of noise.
That's what we That's what really what we prefer is staggering.
Okay, because I
get them in
lean
that
toward the
diamond
staggering.
shape. Yeah. And you're getting a little. It's kind of 3D by doing it that way. Now we install. I know this is kind of off topic, but we install pickleball courts, and the biggest thing about the pickleball courts is putting privacy screening up. Because the neighbors don't want to hear, well, they're going to hear it, but they don't want to see the people out there playing, and they don't want to look at a concrete, facility.
Well, so, question about pickleball. It's interesting because, by the way, for everyone watching today, Ashley is a pickleball champion, like everywhere. No one can beat her. So if you're a pickleball person, comment below because she'll beat you, and
let's play.
I'll put the money on it. But it's louder than tennis. Is it because of the rackets going that noise?
It's a paddle.
It's loud.
Yeah, they actually make paddles now that are soundproof, where it sounds like a tennis ball's hitting
like a thump.
Yeah,
instead of a big like a whack
versus a high crack. But
right.
If somebody's out there playing, let them play. At least they're healthy and moving around and trying to enjoy their yard. But
I'm in my backyard chilling. Yeah. I got the pond. I want to relax.
We got to get you some privacy.
I hear a bunch of people screaming and yelling at 7, 8 o'clock on a weekend. It's privacy. Yeah. It's their property. They can do what they want. But now the pickleball noise, and they got these lights, and it's shining.
We'll get you some privacy screening, and that would be, there's also junipers, which are a little bit even more compact and taller, and that will block out sound a little bit more than the arbs. But you could do larger spruce trees. We have Black Hills, we have Norways, all different types.
Are those expensive? Any of those are like $1,000 a tree or $100 a tree? You're buying time, I remember.
If we're planting, it's more about $1,000.
Okay, yeah,
now,
that's okay.
We're talking, 12, 14 foot. This is instant gratification.
That's what I want.
And therefore, their balls can't come into your yard either. So you're blocking out immediately, and that will cut down on the sound as well. But emerald green arbs, Green Giant is the one that if you have a deer problem, you need a Green Giant. And please you can Google that. The numbers and the pictures are correct.
Yeah.
And it grows about 1.5 feet per year.
Wow.
And for the first year it goes in shock. Second year it adapts to the environment. Third to fifth year is when you're going to start to see a lot of growth happening. Year 7 through 9, it'll slow back down to about 1 foot. So again, you're buying time. How fast do you want gratification? Are you selling your home? Are you just trying to put up a barrier to block? We have that option, which they start at $59.99 to $79.99.
Okay, so you can
economically. You can pick anything up and take it with you, or we can deliver or we can install.
You guys are doing pickleball courts, and that's a very popular thing right now. Is the product different because it's outdoors? Like the base of it, and is
you have to know what you're doing.
Right?
A lot of people.
It's got to be perfectly flat.
Yeah, you need. It's got to be leveled out. Everything.
You like to use lasers and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You got to take tractors. Everything's got to be laid correctly. Then you have 2 different types of gravel that you're putting down, and then you're putting down some more sand to really compact to make your base. And then you have an asphalt company come in and they pour the asphalt, and then you have it painted afterward. And there's about maybe 2 paint companies that can actually do the paint right. So,
okay, so it's a lot of work.
It is.
And then pickleball in Michigan, an outdoor court, is 4 months out of the year. Like what's it? It's like a pool, same enjoyment.
I'll play when it's rain, sun, or shine, or snow. I mean, for all the pickleball lovers, they want to play. They'll play in any kind of conditions.
What kind of light? Do you do lighting for it too?
We don't offer lighting, but we can suggest who can do the lighting.
Is it like a big tall light pole and you got to shine it down?
Yeah, you can do that, or you homemade do it. DIY with some wooden posts and duct tape on the top. But yeah, we'd probably recommend having the correct lighting put in by a third party that we go through.
Okay.
So
people have to hire it.
With pickleball court area, if somebody has a lot of water in their yard, or the grass isn't growing in a specific spot, that's the time to put in a court, especially if you're a pickleball player. You go to any court these days, you can't find any space. And you got to wait your turn, and you got to rotate. Having this now at your house, it really is a stay vacation. And let's say you have a party, you could set up a tent and a graduation party over your pickleball court, and less mowing, less weeds, less fertilization, and it's a nice, open, clean area for you. So it's becoming very popular. I've put in more pickleball courts last year.
Plan it. Like if I say I want a pickleball court, first thing I do is call you.
Yep.
You get the questions going. What kind of questions are you asking me as a homeowner? What are the steps necessary to get to a pickleball court?
Can I get to your backyard?
Okay.
Where are we putting it? What are the conditions of the soil? Is it a really wet area? Is it a really weeded area? I had a client who they were kind of on an incline. So we had to come in, add dirt, bring it up a little bit.
Whoa.
But
you put footings too sometimes, or
if necessary.
Okay.
Again, if I go and step on the grass and I hear swoosh, I go, all right, I know that water's coming, so I'm going to need to build this up a little bit better than most.
Okay.
And you don't want to get too tall, so you fall over.
What's the surface of a pickleball court? Is it a plastic? Is it a concrete? What is it?
It's asphalt.
It is asphalt. Okay,
yeah.
And then it's painted.
Yep,
afterward.
and then it's painted after.
Okay.
Painting process.
You guys do the asphalt too.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that it was asphalt.
Yep.
I thought it was like some composite,
Well, there's a lot that goes to it before the asphalt.
Oh, I'm sure there's a huge base.
But I can't believe how popular courts have become. And then, next to the court, you're putting boxwoods and arborvitaes, and you're screening.
So, you spend $100,000 on a court usually?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'd cut. That's way more.
I would say that's my kind of court.
Yeah, that would be with the water fountain coming through.
Lights,
lights,
water.
I'd say you could
outdoor refrigerator.
You could build a court from
cabana
10 to 20. 10 to 20, you could have a court.
Okay. Oh, really? That's inexpensive.
But that's nothing around it either.
It's okay though.
So
what about nets? Do you
30
nets
is a good package deal.
Like, what about putting netting around it? Do you have to put nets around it?
No, you don't really.
You can whack that ball. It's not going that far, is it?
No, it's a plastic ball, and it's
I have
really
the signed
hard.
ones that you gave me.
Yeah, we're gonna build you now one right next to your koi pond.
Oh, the one of them's pregnant, by the way.
You're gonna have koi babies.
Yeah, we have to figure out what to do though, because I gotta what's called culling them. I gotta pull them in another pond, so I gotta get a baby pool and put the pregnant koi ladies there.
Aren't you so happy you have koi?
I don't even know how to do it. I'm Googling.
The koi, because we install water fountains and waterfalls, I really didn't understand the meaning of how important koi are for the whole ecosystem of what we install and put in at customers' houses.
Yeah, they eat a lot.
My customer has 4 or 5 of them now, and takes care of no insecticide or any algae. He doesn't have to put anything in it because of the koi.
Right. And somehow there's no bugs around it. And of course, when my cat was around,
Oh no.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he protected the fish. Dexter, as everyone knows, may he rest in peace. Yeah, it just happened.
Sorry, Bob.
Terrible. I know, you just lost a pet too, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's
not easy.
No.
I didn't realize that.
Horrible.
I'm like, yeah, Dexter's fine. He's going to live 20 years. He lived 13 years. But
he had a great life.
Yeah, he took care of, there was no chipmunks within a square mile of that house.
Well, maybe think about getting another.
Nothing will replace.
No.
Perfection.
Nothing will ever
I don't know what you do.
pet.
I mean, I'm sure I could find whatever, but we'll worry about that another time. So, Sherwood Forest Garden Center. What about when someone goes there, you have a whole retail section. What do you guys sell besides all the plants and stuff?
Well, we also have a large store, a home gift show, our store. We have Christmas up. It's up 90% of the year.
Right.
But we take everything down and we redo it. So we still offer cute little housewarming gifts. We have cheese boards. We have knickknacks. We have artificial things. We have bird
things
houses.
From my pond. Things to stick in the ground. Windmills.
Bird baths.
Things like blowing in the wind.
Anything that you would imagine at a garden center, we have, and some more. And the biggest part about us versus other garden centers is we sell a lot of local companies. So a lot of it's handmade.
Sure.
And you can't go to Hallmark and pick up something that we have there.
No.
So
yours is all unique to your store.
Yeah. We have a lot.
That's the best part. It's a great place to get a gift for somebody. If someone's offered, like, invited to a barbecue or an
graduation party,
you can bring something for the outdoors.
Absolutely.
That's kind of cool.
I mean, because for instance, I just went to a graduation party on Sunday.
Yeah.
And, you bring the check for the kid and the card, but I also feel like I should bring a gift for the homeowner for putting everything on and having us.
Well, that's over and above. That's you.
Yeah.
You come to the radio show.
Cheese plate's perfect.
You're bringing cool stuff. So that's good. So when's the best time to buy holiday decorations? Because we're coming into the fall in a couple months. And then everyone's starting to think Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, what all that. You don't have all that.
We have tons of fall stuff. We have artificial pumpkins, real, not live, but we have real pumpkins. We have animals that come. We have a petting zoo. We have kids' crafts that is coming up. We sell tons of Halloween decorations, lights, machines, all kinds of fun stuff. And again, more knickknacks for your house, but great gifts. And then fall artificial products, fall leaves, gourds. We also custom make wreaths, garlands, table arrangements. And these are things that can start from fall and then move into Thanksgiving and then Christmas. As far as like buying holiday decor, anytime. That's half the reason why we still keep it stocked and loaded and ready to go. And then we switch it out. We take down all the fall and then it's straight Christmas. And as soon as Christmas starts, I believe our open house is around November 10th, 11th.
Okay.
That second week in November. And then we offer a 20% discount.
After Halloween, you got Thanksgiving and then the whole fall. And then Christmas is bonkers.
Yes. Christmas, we already started decorating for Christmas. So it takes that long. It takes a good 3 months to get it up.
And yeah, it's never easy. So Ashley, let me ask you a question. Arborvitaes, maple trees, hydrangeas, all these names and stuff. I'd like to put my eyes on it and show the audience one day what these actually look like. Can we come to your nursery and like film?
Absolutely. That would be wonderful. It'd be a lot easier to explain a few things and I'd like to give you some pruning tips too.
Oh yeah.
And
let's give some pruning tips right now to the listeners, because I was going to say, when do you start cutting and do you cut at the joint? Like, what's the right way to prune?
Well, it depends on the plant, depends what you want. Let's say a hydrangea. After hydrangeas get done blooming, some people like to keep the heads on them, the old flower that turns kind of brown.
Yep.
Because it gives it winter interest. However, I suggest cutting everything down in the fall. Not
cut up just right to just have an open stick.
Let's say it's 4 feet, 5 feet tall.
Okay.
Cut it in half.
Really?
I know, as scary as that sounds, but the more you cut now, the bigger it's going to bloom out.
Oh, so it grows bigger next
spring.
year.
Yeah. So something about my favorite hydrangea, it's called an endless summer because they bloom throughout the summer.
Okay.
Not just one bloom period. But they are, like I said, finicky. So you have to cut them in the fall because they bloom off old wood. So by cutting them in the fall, when the spring comes up, you get double the flowers and it just continuously keeps blooming. So as far as like planters, your flowers right now, everything needs feeding. And end of July into August is feeding time for all plants because of stress.
Like, what are you feeding them besides water? Miracle Grow. What is Miracle Grow?
Root spikes. Again, we're back on the holly tone, which is a granular that I like to put on all evergreens. If you have boxwoods, if you have arborvitaes, you have anything evergreen in your yard, you should be putting this granular of holly tone down spring and fall. It makes the heck of the difference.
So let me ask you, there's these services where the guy comes with a little buggy and it spreads stuff and they have like one of them has liquid and they're spraying it and you pay all this money. I'm just curious. Is that what you're talking about? Like this is the feeling of it? That's a different.
That's more of bug control, weed control, and they're feeding your lawn. Feeding your plants is a little bit more work because there's not many companies that do it. Yes, we can offer that for you, but also you can just take the bag of granular and run it across your stuff and run it back. But as far as like flowers go right now, I use a product called Bloom Booster. Okay. And these are all things that we sell as well.
So you can buy it. So when someone says, hey, I heard you about these chemicals or the fertilizers or the food, and they say, I'm putting this, this, and this, and here's my yard, set me up with the right meals?
Yeah. Come in, tell me what you're looking for, show me what you're trying to make look better, and I will get you immediately set up on a system. I will give you all the right product. I will tell you how to put it down. And it's really important to use a lot of organic stuff because we, again, don't want to be putting stuff into our groundwater.
Well, that's the thing, organic or not. I've heard glyphosate, Monsanto. Are those like dirty words?
I'm not a chemist.
Okay. I
just know what works for our area and for the plants that are in a 6A and a 6B zone, which we are, 5 to 6. So as long as you're zonal appropriate.
So actually, that's a lot of information we've gotten, and I'm always intrigued in getting more. But here we are again, late summer, fall's right around the corner, and I know everyone's freaking out and back to school and all these crazy things, but let's give the listener some tips right now, what they can do around their yard that will allow them to prepare better for the fall as opposed to letting things just unravel.
I'm really happy you brought that up. That's really important because once something is not maintained or not thriving well right now, it's just a rolling effect of dominoes where you're just going to have one problem after the next. Being in your yard right now, if you see something struggling, take a picture of it, bring it to us. Let's look at it. Let's see if it needs feeding. It may be drowning. It may not be getting any water. So observing your yard is number 1. Seeing your surroundings. 2, identifying the problem and moving forward with it, whether it's food, mulching, overwater consumption, all of those things. 3 is insect controls. We are going to have a lot more insects out, like Japanese beetles. And it's really important to nip this in the butt now so that they're not going underground, building nests, then which will form and go in dormant, but then come out next spring. So it's maintaining what you currently have now, making sure that everything is healthy, looking lush green. If something is looking lime green, that means that it's overwatered. If it's dark green, that means it's probably in distress and we need to address that now. So observing your yard, taking action on it, and then moving forward into the planting season of, okay, I don't like that portion of my yard and that's empty. So what can we do in this spot to make it look great for the future? And that's what you're setting yourself up for before everything goes dormant by by end of fall.
That's information that's unbelievably priceless. So give the audience the name of the company, where you're located, the hours, and if they want to see you online.
Yes, it's Sherwood Forest Garden Center off Adams and Silverbell. We're open 7 days a week, 9 to 5. And we are sherwoodforestgardencenter.com. And you can follow us on Facebook at Sherwood Forest Garden Center.
So there you have it, friends. Sherwood Forest Garden Center, Ashley Thomas. We're going to be doing a video on site. Please stay tuned for that. So don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Ashley, thank you very much for coming out. It was great information as usual.
My
pleasure. We'll see you again soon.
Sounds good, pal. Thank you.
All right.